The Joker by InArt, it's the 1/6 scale figure we are going to check today. Hello, how's everyone doing? Welcome back to my channel. Finally, I got my hands in this Joker. This is the double pack, the deluxe version with rooted hair, and here is the art box that it comes with. It's a pretty huge art box, let me tell you. I do like the design. The art box design is with the shape of R from InArt that I think looks quite cool. And here in the front, the Dark Knight trilogy, the Joker with this pattern, a similar pattern that Joker used in his shirt. This box is really huge. The length is around 73 centimeters, and here on the side you can see you have all the details about this figure, the item number, you got the contacts for InArt, and you got as well a sticker. I think it's like a sticker so to prove that this is an original product from InArt, but the art box is huge and looks quite nice. Checking here the other side, basically because it flaps open from here, so you can see the premium experience that is to unfold a 1/6 scale figure from InArt. It's very similar to a statue experience from Queen Studios. You got the InArt straps there in the sides, the InArt logo on the styrofoam. This styrofoam is very heavy, very good to protect the figures, and then in a black envelope we got some goodies inside. We got here another envelope, a silver envelope with InArt logo here in the front, and inside InArt did wrote a letter for all the buyers of this Joker. This letter comes written in Chinese and in English. Basically, InArt is explaining what's their goal to produce 1/6 scale figures, thanking the collectors for supporting the company and so on. It's a good read. I think if you got this Joker, you should read this letter. It explains a bit more about InArt and what are their goals for the future at 1/6 scale. I think it's very interesting that they communicate with collectors. They have been doing this already for a while, and we can only appreciate it. This is for the letter that comes inside this envelope. Besides the letter, you will have as well a ticket, very similar a movie ticket, the Dark Knight Joker, here in the front with a photo of our Joker. In the back it says the release date is March 21, 2022, 10 AM. I think was the date they unveiled the Joker to everyone when start the pre-orders. You got other card, I think this has to do with the production number, batch number and so on. It's other info card, and then we got the instruction booklet for our Joker that you will have everything. You got after sales card inside, you got all the instructions for anything you need to do with this figure. They'll explain everything in detail. Looks really amazing. It's the first 1/6 scale figure that I see with the instruction manual so detailed. I really feel impressed. Even the body, they teach you how to use the body correctly, because this is a custom body done by InArt, so it's always nice to have this manual with us so we can handle our figure properly. This is basically everything that comes in this black envelope. It's a kind of a surprise and a more premium experience to unbox this figure. Then without the straps and pushing up this styrofoam that is a bit heavy, but it must, so it can protect well everything inside. You can see that all the accessories come packed individually in small plastic bags. This is really amazing. Other thing that is the first time I'm seeing at 1/6 scale. So here it is, everything already unpacked. You can see everything that our figure comes in. This is the first layer. There's still a second layer we will check later, but let's focus now at these bell jars where they place the head sculpts. Look amazing, these jars, and the head sculpt, of course. You already know InArt did it. They are exactly the same ones as the prototypes. I was a bit skeptical, truth to be told, but once I hold in hand these bell jars and saw the head sculpts inside, I knew that InArt went all in with this Joker and they give us the best they could. You can see the head sculpt looks really amazing. This is the first one. The second one that you will use with the second body the one that is normally seated, looks amazing as well. I mean, the rooted hair, I thought it would be more green. I was a bit afraid, but you really can see that yellowish on the hair that looks much more real and gives a much realistic looking to the head sculpt. The paint application is top notch. The eyes look amazing. Of course, there are movable eyes that we will check later on, but just to show you the head sculpts, I'm impressed with them. I'm not gonna lie. I think both the head sculpts look incredible. As for the other accessories, we can start here with this submachine gun, all made in die-cast, as InArt advertised before. Comes in this matte black color that looks pretty cool. It's a bit heavy, truth to be told. You do got this piece that you can move, as a spring that you can see a bullet inside. Looks really amazing, this detail. And then you got the cartridge that you can remove, and you can see the same bullet right there. It's these tiny details that InArt is trying to push forward at 1/6 scale figures, and I think they are doing a pretty good job. But this submachine gun does look pretty cool, although it's a bit heavy, but I don't think that will be a problem. We got then, of course, a Joker pocket knife. This pocket knife, however, is made of plastic. It's not in die-cast. I don't know if it has to do with anything about the license. They cannot do the knife in die-cast, but it's in plastic, but the detail still really good. The paint application is very clean and works properly as it should. We got then the Joker pistol. This again in die-cast material. You can see some letterings and some numeration over there. You can spring the gun back and front as you want, and of course the cartridge is also removable. This piece is all in die-cast, as I said, and you can see the small bullet there. Looks really good. Actually, you can see more than one bullet, but they are so tiny it's difficult to show off on camera. Again, a very nice accessory by InArt. We got as well a bunch of playing cards. Just take one here randomly. Is just, of course, a Joker. What's the difference between these playing cards and the other ones that I have from other figures is the cardboard they use is much thicker than the normal one. It's not a big difference, but it's always better to have a better material. We got, of course, Joker handcuffs, also made in die-cast. Very clean paint application, they look really good. You got those teeth over there that will lock in position, and of course you push them to open the handcuffs. Again, other accessory that you can use for your Joker for posing. It will look really cool with these handcuffs. We got as well a bunch of cash. This is a normal money that we usually receive with 1/6 scale figures, but they did pack a lot of these banknotes with this Joker that we will help, of course, for posing and for decoration. We got then those seamless wrists and hands that I was again skeptical about the final paint application. What do they do with these? And I think they nailed it. These fingers look gross, bloody, dirty. Even the palms, I was thinking they wouldn't look as good on photos, but in hand they look way much better than what the photos I have seen until now. And in hand, these seamless arms, they look really good. The paint application is really on point, and I think this will do for great poses with your Joker. You got totally 5 of them. 2 already come with a Joker. You got these 2 extra, and you got other one with a pointing finger. That looks pretty good. Just look at the detail, the paint application, the detail on the fingers looks really amazing. Even the wrinkles on the ends, very good job done by InArt. I think this will look great on photos. You got as well an extra pair of these arms that then you can use with the gloved hands. If you don't want to use the Joker with those seamless arms, it's an option and it's always good. Then you still have 6 extra gloved hands, and let me tell you, if you ever hold Joker gloved hands in hand before, like from Hot Toys, Over Toys or any other brand, these ones are way better. And why? Because they really portray the leather very well. The paint application is very clean. The way they did the fingers, it's amazing. And then everything is connected by magnets onto the wrists, which is a big plus, avoids those wrist joints and looks much better. But the paint application on these glove ends is superb. You got of course as well this set of grenades that you will then use on Joker coat. These grenades are made of die cast, and all the numbers and the letterings you can read on them. They are too tiny to show on camera, but again a very nice accessory, all made in die cast. This for posing with your Joker will look really cool. And then we got of course our round display base, the Dark Knight Trilogy, Queen Studios in art, the Joker, and I think this base looks really cool. Here you got the Dark Knight logo in a very nice design, and then following here a pattern, a quite nice pattern, you got then the Dark Knight Joker here with a very nice lettering, and then you got this kind of wooden platform that is again with magnets on the center for you to use your Joker. If you are in doubt where to place the Joker, the manual helps you out. As you can see, there are two magnets placed in the center, means that once you want to place your Joker, just put it above around the center, it will stay in place. I already tried it, it's very easy, and the magnets are very strong. It will hold your Joker in place. But the design of this display base, it's really good. I really like the way they did it. And we got as well a bench that I forgot here in the first layer, because this bench belongs to the diorama set, the cell, but this one looks pretty cool. All the weathering they did, like the oily bench and the rest that you can see all around those legs over there, look pretty cool. This bench is made of die cast, it's a heavy piece and will look amazing with our diorama. In the second layer you will find the rest of our diorama. Basically we got here this beautiful base with this purple color here in the down, and then with the wood here in the top. Looks really good. I really like the weathering they did here in the base, and then there's where you will insert that cell diorama. In the front you got the Dark Knight logo, here in the back you got again the Dark Knight Joker, the same lettering as we saw in the other base, and here in the down you still have all the credits, Dark Knight Trilogy, in art, Queen Studios and so on. Here the cell, this let me tell you, it's a very heavy piece. It's difficult to hold it with only one hand because this is all made of die cast, but the detail they did on this is superb. I've seen some photos and videos from Riley Reviews on the Las Vegas event and I was already impressed, but this one looks in hand really amazing. A lot of rust going on around here. Of course this die cast then adds much more realism to this piece. To insert here in the base it's quite easy, it's not difficult, you just need to follow the pattern there and then just fill it in, just apply a bit of strength and then it will stay in place and it will look amazing. The total height for this diorama will be 40 centimeters, so you need to find a good place to display this diorama, but looks pretty cool then with a bench here in the front. I think the bench you can place as you want, one side or another. I think it looks amazing. This diorama for some photos and with our Joker sitting there, it will look really cool. Taking a closer look now just at our Joker outfits, I will not go much further with this because I don't want to damage the tailoring of my Joker, I'm sorry, but here it is the coat with a lot of dirtiness into it that I think looks pretty cool. Basically on the arms, on the collar, on the down you got a lot of weathering going around the coat. The coat doesn't feel puffy at all, feels really good, the material. The inside coat still have some weathering on it too. I appreciate these details they give. You got the golden chain over there, of course, and then that green vest too. The tie, the shirt, here is how will you apply the head sculpt. Everything looks pretty clean, everything looks very tidy out of the box. That is where you will apply then the bombs for some posing. Of course, the coat have wiring all around. You can use it for posing, it will help a lot. I think it's the first Joker figure with wiring, and here you can see how the ends work. They work pretty well with the magnets. I thought they would be not as strong, but you can move the end around, you can move an end up and down, it will always stay in place. As you can see, I'm being very careful not to ruin the tailor of my Joker, because out of the box he already comes perfect as this. Then you come with these normal pants and with the shoes. We will check later also in the other figure. But if you want to check, for example, about the base, the magnets, it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. The Joker will stay in place. You just place it around the middle and it will lock in place. It will stay in perfect position without any problem, because the magnets on this base are really strong, so you don't need to worry about the Joker falling down or whatnot, because it stays perfect in position. You can be sure of that. As for the head sculpt and the rolling eyeballs, here it is the piece that you will need to take out. Of course, the piece also has some rooted hair, and then inside you got a die cast piece that belongs to the eyeball system, but the lever that you move is plastic. The other is in die cast, and you can see, as you can see here, it's quite easy to move the eyes. You just need to apply a bit of strength. Be gentle with this, don't go with too much strong on it or you may damage the lever, but it's quite easy to manage the eyes and do those creepy looks that we know Joker has. But it's a pretty straightforward. Then just push the hair a bit up, and then you just need to adjust the hair to model it a bit better. But it's a pretty straightforward thing to do and not difficult at all. As for the magnetic ends, if you want to know how they work, they are very easy to install. You just push, they come out pretty easily, and then you just install other one, just apply it inside. The magnet will catch at once and will stay in place. You will not have any problem, the end will not fall down. You can use the end, rotate it upwards, downwards, it will always stay in place. Checking now the other figure, again this one comes with less clothing because this is for the cell diorama, and is already with those arms without wrist joints, and this one looks pretty cool. Again, you can use it on the display base too. The magnets on the shoes are in both figures, so you can use them both as you want on that display base. The outfit is basically the same as the other one. The golden chain comes together with this, but here you can see it comes with these arms without wrists. Of course, you can then pull up the sleeves as you want, depends the look that you want to do with this Joker. I prefer mine with the sleeves on, but it depends really on the preference of each one. But for the articulation, the body articulates pretty well. Elbows, arms, here in the legs I can show you, the legs articulate beautiful. They stay in each small position you want, you just move a bit and they lock in position. Amazing articulation you got on this. And let me show you here other thing, the shoes, they articulate like something I never saw before. They go upwards a lot and they go downwards a lot, and they lock in place beautifully. You will not have any problem for any pose you want to do with this Joker. I'm really impressed with the body that InArt chose for this Joker. Of course it's a custom body, but looks pretty cool. The torso does have some articulation too, but I don't want to push it much. This is my figure and I still want to take some photos to show you, but I'm impressed with everything I've seen with this Joker from InArt. So here we have our double pack rooted Joker done by InArt and Queen Studios. The collecting community, including myself, we were all a bit skeptical. Would InArt give us a final product same as the prototypes? Would they deliver this before the end of the year? And the fact is, they did. Not only this Joker 2-pack is one of the best 1/6 scale figures that I ever held in my hand, but they did deliver within this year, which is amazing for their first release. I am now confident that they will deliver with Pennywise, Gandalf and Batman the same quality as they did with the Joker. If you order this Joker for yourself, I can guarantee you are in for a treat. This has quality and looks really good in hands. Before finishing up, just want to say a big thanks to my friend Kit Chen from 16Kit that together with InArt helped me to get this early release figure so I could show it to you. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this review and I will see you in the next one.